good? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Coach, first of all, your thoughts on the ball game tonight?
Man, just so proud of our guys. Christian, Donovan, guys that don't know, haven't met these guys before. Donovan's the first time in the media. Just really proud of our group. At halftime, we were down 5 on the glass, and I told them, I said, guys, it's going to come down to who wins the battle of physicality in the second half. Like, that's what it's going to come down to. If we go out and lose the glass again in the second half, we don't have a chance. And we won the glass by 13 in the second half, which told me the process was right. They listened. We got huge second chance rebounds. Christian sealed the game with a big second chance rebound on the free throw. But, you know, you could probably tell tonight we had a really concerted effort to get to the paint. We only took 9 threes. You know, we got to the free throw line 23 times. We scored 40 in the paint, which was our goal. So it was all about trying to be a physically imposing team. That started with New Orleans last week. We really showed that we can be that type of team. And we felt like if we could do that over the course of the game against Commerce, that it would give us a chance to win. And hats off to these guys. They executed. Hats off to Dio, put the ball in his hands late without a timeout, and just trusted him to make the right play. Christian sets a great screen, and we got really good players. You know, I just told our guys, like, we're down to 7, but the thing about our 7 is we don't have a weak link. Every one of them can come out and make plays. So awesome win for us. First one out the way, and now we've got a really good team tomorrow night.
Questions from the media?
Yeah, what do you feel like at the line? Any pressure?
At the line, nah, I didn't feel any pressure. You know, during the huddle, coach just told me to just be locked in and make the shot, so I didn't feel any pressure.
One thing I'll say about Donovan, this is a true story. So last year, we left as soon as we were defeated in Katy, and I went and watched him in San Antonio, and I brought my family with me. And if you guys remember that game in Katy last year against New Orleans, we missed the front end of 3 1-and-1s down the stretch. And Gracie Aiken, who doesn't know anything about basketball at all, Donovan was playing against a really good team in Beaumont United, and I think he was perfect at the free throw line. And Gracie said, we need him. He makes free throws. And so, you know, when he was at the line in the second half, we had a lot of confidence in him. So it was just it's funny full circle moment for that to be the guy that was at the line for us.
With getting the ball in the last minute as a freshman, obviously you wanted that situation, but what has it meant about your growth in the last year?
It's been a lot, you know, early in practices and stuff, you know, I've been trying to be like, do too much and stuff like that, but I feel like coach had really good trust in me to put the ball in my hands at the last minute, so I was just real comfortable in that aspect.
Christian, second monster game in a row, really about your 5th in the last 6. What's the difference now, physicality for this team? It seems like you guys have just decided we're going to play Southland basketball and pound it in. What do you think of that?
I mean, I feel like we always had it in us. We just will fall in love with the 3 sometimes, and we got guys who can make a lot of threes. We got wonderful shooters, but sometimes when it's not falling, we still try to stick with it. But those same guys got the capability to get to the rim and finish through contact, be physical, get offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and just be super tough and physical. So, I mean, after we start seeing some games where we living and dying by the 3 and we was dying by it, we tried to flip the script and just see what's going to happen if we go to the other end of it and try to just be physical, be the bullies, and be super tough and see how that works out, and it's been working out for us so far.
Is this a different basketball team basically because you went to 7 guys and said, kind of looked around and said, this is it, this is us?
No, I wouldn't say it's a different basketball team. The dynamic is a little more different just because there's so little guys. Everybody's just a lot closer. It's just a lot more accountability between everybody just because there's not many guys in rotation. There's only the 7 guys we got, so we all we got, so we just got to hold each other accountable at every moment.
You guys, you especially said this is coming even during the 9 straight losses. Is this what you foresaw?
Yeah, I mean, I always have faith in the guys, man. We always stayed true to each other, stayed true to ourselves, and we knew we was gonna have our time to shine, and hopefully this set. I think this set right here.
Christian, you ever seen the movie The Magnificent Seven?
Yeah.
I saw it tonight.
Yeah, I think so too.
You go into games thinking double-double now?
Nah, I just go out and do my job and do what I'm supposed to do and play to my role, and that just so happens to happen.
Coach, been on the losing end of one possession games to the same Commerce team early in the regular season. How did you just feel to finish the job this time around in a very key game?
Yeah, it comes down to very simple things like the free throw line. You know, I felt like at their place, we left some points on the board at the free throw line. You know, we didn't make a couple. I think even D.O. missed the front end of a 1-and-1 up there, and stepped up to the line and made big ones down the stretch. And I think the thing that we did tonight that we haven't done as well down the stretch of some of these games is we just pounded the ball in the paint. We didn't take really bad shots. We didn't settle. We didn't have bad turnovers. John's not in here, but I got to give him credit. You know, he's been on basically a 1-week crash course to run the team and completely change his role. And for him to go out and have 8 assists, he had a couple too many turnovers, but he's 2-1, 8-4. Got the ball out of his hands, trusted guys to make plays, and then when he needed to step up and make plays, he did. I told the media on the floor, the great thing about us, we have the best player in this league on our team. There's no doubt about it, and he's playing like that right now. And so we gotta trust the guys that we've got. And down the stretch, it comes down to, can you execute? Can you execute both sides of the ball? I probably made us a little too soft on CJ at the end of the game, just started getting downhill. I wanted to pick him up later, probably should have picked him up higher. But we made one key adjustment and got one crucial stop. And so this group is so connected and so bought into everything I ask them to do. They have never wavered, despite all the noise and despite all the just tough times. They've stuck together. And so it's good to see faith rewarded, see the payoff late in games, and now we got to carry it over tomorrow night.
How many lives do you think you guys have?
Well, we lost 9 and we're still kicking. So, and a lot of those were just like this. Don't ever count out a man that doesn't quit. Don't ever count out a man that doesn't quit. And my guys don't quit. I sure as hell don't quit. We're not going to quit. So, I would advise people in Lake Charles to not count us out for as long as we're in this tournament. Tonight's crowd was awesome. And I think tomorrow night's is going to be even better. I told our team, I don't really care. It's about the guys that are in that locker room with us because they've trusted the process. They've been committed, and it's all about our 7 and our staff. I told a story about David and Goliath. David was one of 7, and it's funny. Before he killed Goliath, he had to kill a lion. We just killed a lion. Now we're on to a bear, the Colonels, tomorrow. And so we're not even to Goliath yet. We just got to keep chopping, keep showing up. But I'm really proud of this group and excited for what tomorrow will bring.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.